Are you feeling sad in the colder months? Have you found yourself that when the season changes, you want to hide under a blanket, you want to go hibernate, and you just feel like depressed, really depressed? In this video, I'm going to talk about that, and I'm going to give you 6 tips to actually align with the season and make you feel better. So sit tight. Welcome back to another video. My name's Jen. I help people reinvent their reality. We're going to talk about seasonal sadness today. This is a real thing, and I'm inspired to do this video because I experienced this. I have been experiencing this where the season shifts, it gets colder, the days are shorter, it's dark in the morning, it's cold in the morning, and I don't get out of bed, honestly. You feel like you can't do anything sometimes. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to give you 6 tips on how to lift yourself up, lift yourself from an elemental perspective. So before I get started, let me just say, if you like the content here, please make sure, give me a thumbs up or subscribe below. I put out videos every single week for you. All right. So today is all about, and I know I've done a couple videos about the metal element. Okay, now we are into fall and autumn. So you have the yin and the yang, right? Can't have one without the other. That is the balance of everything in nature. So the the seasons of spring and summer are more yang in nature. They're more about growth and, expansion and energy, vitality. But then we get into fall and winter, they are more the yin seasons. Okay, so they're more about retreating, reflection, recovering from all the activity that we've been doing, and basically kind of going within a little bit more, recharging ourselves, meditating more, just sleeping more if we need to sleep. But it can also lead to a lot of us to feeling really melancholy or sad or depressed. And this is a real thing. But there are some ways that we can align with the season. Disharmony of our body in nature can lead to not only physical illness, but a shorter lifespan. So if we don't adapt to the season that we fall into, we can get things like depression. We can feel sad. We can feel anxious. We can have not only emotional stuff, but physical stuff. So we may find ourselves getting ill. So it's not so much about the change of seasons sometimes. It's our inability to adapt to the change in season. See what I mean? It's our inability to go with it. So that is tip number 1, is to not fight the season, to go with it. And I know that sounds easier said than done, because a lot of us are like, I hate winter, I hate the cold weather, and some of us are like, I hate the heat, right? You have to go with it. You have to learn to live with it. Unless you move to a different location or different continent, whatever, you're going to have to live with it. So you're going to have to do things that can help your body be more in tune to your surroundings, your environment, okay? Because we are part of nature. Nature is part of us. We all have to work together, okay? So number 1, go with it. And this ties to our emotions. Express what you need to express. Speak what you need to speak. Say what you need to say. Then let it go, okay? So this season is about letting go, yes, but it's also about speaking our truth. It's also about letting out things that are repressed. So, okay, manifestation of disease in the body can also be from underexpression and overexpression of emotions. So if you have things within you that need to come out, it's almost like you're trying to detoxify your body, like negative stuff that needs to come out, and you keep burying it and you keep pushing it down. This is going to cause disease in your body, emotional, energetic, physical. And the same with overexpression of emotions, okay? People wear their heart on their sleeve a little too much. That is going to just deplete your energy, okay? So you want to find that healthy balance. So speak what you need to speak, get out what you need to get out, express what you need to express, go with it, and then let it go. So it's about detachment, okay? It's not about holding on to, overexpression like I mentioned, but allowing yourself to release it. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is breathing through your nose. Breathing through your nose. Why is this important? So the metal element that we are in, metal, autumn, it's about the lungs. It's about inspiration. It's about taking in. So when we breathe through our nose, it's basically filtering the air from external pathogens, okay, that are trying to get in. So that's why it's important. But it's also our ability to take in deep breaths. So it goes on a spiritual level too, our ability to take in as much as we can spiritually, okay? And then again, detoxifying what no longer is serving us. So tip number 3 is light exercise, form of light exercise. And I say light because it's important to work up a sweat because again, we want to detoxify. We want to let out old stuff that we've buried, okay? Because it's the season of letting go. And, at the same time, we don't want to deplete our system because like I mentioned, okay, autumn, winter, they're more yin in nature. So yin is about retreating, it's about recovering, it's about nourishing ourselves more, okay? We're getting ready for winter where we're going to hibernate a little bit more and absorb all we can absorb and then kind of chill out, right? It's like animals. Animals are not going to be like all crazy energetic in the winter months. No, they're going to hibernate more. They're going to spend time in autumn, whatever, storing the food, whatever they need to store, and then they're going to, hide out, hide out for the cold months, okay? We are the same way. Think about it. We're very connected to everything. So we are the same way. So when we exercise, we want to keep it what's good for our body type, our personality type, our elemental type, because we're all very, very different. So for example, I used to be able to do a lot more like high intensity stuff. Now I need a lot more recovery. I can't do as much as maybe somebody who's like a wood element, who has a lot of stamina, who has a lot of power, and can do a lot of physical labor. We are all different. So you have to do what's right for your body. So, it doesn't mean depleting your system and your energy stores, because you need those energy stores for the colder months, right? You need to store all you can. You need to store the chi. So exercise is good because not only exercise, but also breathing into the lungs, it's going to not only boost your chi, but it's going to circulate the chi, okay? So light exercise, martial arts, more like yin type stuff, like yoga. Walking is a good one, but it depends on you, what you feel that you need in your body, okay? And that leads me to the next tip, which is eating pungent foods. Eating pungent foods. Why pungent? So I mean things like garlic, ginger, cinnamon, onions, stuff that have a very like bam kind of flavor, right? What that does, it circulates the chi. Circulates the chi throughout the body, the energy throughout the body. Because a lot of times when we're feeling sad, what that means is the chi is actually depressed in our body, or it's stagnant, it's not moving. So by eating more pungent foods, we're actually getting it moving again. Pungent foods are also going to promote sweating in the body. So again, it goes back to that detoxifying effect. Also, I wanted to mention the importance of drinking water. Now that we're on the topic of food. It's important. The lungs, metal element, okay? It's also associated with your skin, okay? The skin. And the skin, if you think of it, is, what is it? It's a protective barrier for your body, right? It's protecting you, it's defending you against outside pathogens or things that are going to enter into your body and make you ill, basically, right? So drinking water, moisturizing your skin so it's not dry skin, things like that is important. Taking care of your skin, okay? Making sure you're nourishing yourself from the inside out. All right, number 5. So this one, if you're feeling sad, might be obvious to a lot of people. It's to soak up the sun. And you might say, well, the days are short, right? So get outside during the day as much as you can, 10, 15 minutes at least. Absorb it, okay? Because the more you can absorb, the better off you'll be. It'll actually lift you up. A lot of us, especially in like the Northeast, where the days it's getting dark and cold, we're inside on our computers a lot. We're not getting out in the sun enough. We're not getting out in the sun enough. And what's that doing? Our vitamin D levels are dropping. And it's going to make us feel more depressed. So we have to make sure that when it's sunny outside, take a walk, do anything you can to soak up those rays, because they're going to help you. They're going to boost you. And the last and final tip for you guys is one that maybe is not as common, but it's to wear white. It's to wear white. And I know a lot of people will say, especially in the United States, can't wear white after Labor Day. That is BS. That is BS. So white, each element, okay, organ system, energetic organ system, has a color associated with it. White is the color of metal. So if you wear more white, you're going to boost your lung chi. You're going to boost everything about yourself, everything about that element within you. If it's out of balance, or if you're feeling low, if you're feeling depressed or sad. Sometimes wearing the color of the season, of the particular element, helps. But not only that, white, think about it. What does white stand for? It's about purification, purifying, right? What are we doing in the season? We're letting old stuff go. We're releasing it. We're purifying ourselves. So think about that. So I hope these tips were helpful for you guys. Let me know. Seasonal sadness, it's a common thing, more serious for some people over others. If you do have chronic sadness, depression, whatever it is, this is not medical advice to overtake that per se. These are just some suggestions to help you along your journey, and just some things to think about to kind of shift your view on it a little bit. So let me know in the comments if you found it helpful. If you go through this seasonal kind of where you're feeling lower than low, just realize that for a lot of people, it's normal. It's normal. Don't fight it. Don't resist it. Go with it. Go with it, because it's the season where you are going within a little bit more, okay? It's that yin energy coming to you. So you may want to back away from a lot of noise and a lot of people and a lot of this like doing kind of energy, because the doing energy is part of the wood element, which is opposite basically, okay? And it's normal. It's normal. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Leave some comments for me below. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. I put out a video every single week. And have a great one, guys. I'll see you in the next video.